years since a teenage girl was reported missing from her home in Rochester Township. Her remains identified years later, hundreds of miles away in Ohio. Detectives want answers, and they want to close this case. In July of 1994, 14-year-old Sarah Boehm disappeared from her Rochester Township home. A missing persons report was taken by Rochester Township Police. Initially, investigators thought Sarah had run away. But years later, there still weren't any answers, something that haunted her family.
It was a bad feeling because I'm thinking, okay, where is she and what's happened? You know? And then as the years went by, I'm thinking, surely she would have called somebody or wrote somebody a letter or something, you know? But nothing, you know? And it just... it was a living hell.
And that nightmare lasted for years. Every sighting of Sarah unfounded. Detectives followed hundreds of leads. No Sarah.
It was troubling. We searched, I took my kids and we searched all the pool halls, local hangouts to where the young kids were. Looked to see if we could find her, and obviously we didn't. And then the years passed, and it was tough because there was people that said they had sightings, relatives, and said that they had talked to her and stuff, and it became untrue.
Then Beaver County detectives became involved, and one woman's instinct and an internet search yielded results. Lieutenant Kim Clemens found the Doe network online and discovered a sketch of a young girl's skeletal remains found hundreds of miles away in Ohio. It was worth a phone call.
Over the years, we worked with Cuyahoga County. Dental records weren't good enough. I got the FBI involved. We sent Sarah's mom's DNA to compare with the bones.
It took more than 2 years to make the DNA connection because it was submitted around the time of 9/11. But the answer did eventually come. The bones found in a remote area of Ohio were in fact Sarah's. It was the news that the family was dreading.
I can still remember going to my dad's house when my brother told us. It was bad, as you can imagine.
Still so many questions left unanswered. Who did this to Sarah? How did she wind up in the Berlin Reservoir in Ohio so many hundreds of miles away? Another missing girl from Ohio, Kathy Menendez, was found dead in the same area months earlier. Could they be connected? Investigators say they can't rule it out.
Cuyahoga County ruled her death a violent homicide just due to the circumstances surrounding the way the body was found. But the body was so badly decomposed that we really can't determine the manner of death.
This wasn't the first time Sarah was the victim of a crime. A year prior to her disappearance, Sarah reported an attempted abduction, telling police that a man jumped out from behind some bushes in an alley behind her church and grabbed her. Police took that report seriously.
She had a bruise on her face and her shoulder. It was her right shoulder where he grabbed her and pulled her down. She had marks on her shoulder, so that kind of indicated to me right there that something took place. And she was just so sure of what happened, and she was pretty worked up.
That investigation went on for months, but no real suspects emerged. Officer Howe says he's not sure if the two crimes are connected, but he was saddened to hear of her death. Was Sarah the victim of a kidnapping? Did she run off with a rumored older boyfriend and become his victim? Did she leave because she was unhappy with her home life? Her uncle says the family found a note in her room days after Sarah disappeared.
The note said on the outside, "To whoever cares." And then it was a note that talked about her wanting to leave.
But her uncle doesn't believe that she would leave. Sarah's parents were going through a divorce, and Sarah was having a tough time. But Luke says he doesn't believe she'd run away.
Sarah was a shy girl, but she was starting to come out of a shell when she finally disappeared. She was pretty energetic. She liked to swim. She liked to be at the pool at my one brother David's, and she was a good kid. She had her troubles, but she was a good kid.
A good kid that died a horrible death. She died too young, and her death robbed her and her family of the life she could have led.
This little girl didn't get to, drive a car. She didn't get to go on dates. She didn't get to, go to her high school dances. She didn't get to graduate. She didn't get to do anything that a young little girl should be doing growing up. She didn't get to fulfill her dreams, have a family of her own, because somebody took her life away from her family.
Today, investigators continue to work hard to bring her killer to justice. The FBI is now involved, offering a $5,000 reward. The suspect could be facing federal charges, depending on the details surrounding her death.
It's been a difficult case because of the circumstances, the fact that we have a potential abduction site here in Pennsylvania, and we have a death site or a dump site over in Ohio. So it involves the FBI in Ohio and also some Portage County Sheriff's detectives there, and also some detectives with the Alliance Police Department.
Beaver County Crime Solvers is also offering a $1,000 reward. District Attorney Anthony Birosh says even if he doesn't try the case, he wants the one tip needed to end it.
There's a $1,000 reward offered by Crime Solvers for any information leading to the arrest and conviction of the individual or individuals.
We continue to work on it. I mean, anytime we get a lead or we're still tracking down people that knew Sarah and interviewing them. Anytime there's a serial killer mentioned, we're looking into the possibility that, that could have been it. So I wouldn't really call it a cold case, just a very long investigation.
Long for the family, too. They want answers, and they want the person responsible behind bars. But even an arrest won't fill the void that Sarah's death has left.
I want to know why somebody would do this to my baby. Why would you do this? She had her whole life ahead of her.
I need to know what happened to her. I've made her that promise. Our family needs to know, and we need to have justice for her. There needs to be justice for Sarah.
If you have any information at all in this case, you are urged to call the Crime Solvers tip line at the number on your screen. Reporting for Comcast On Demand, I'm Stacy Rich.